Hi guys, Mr. Dell here. We are looking at this is CPM course 3. So this is the closure exercises. Okay, so this is closure exercises, and it's the closure 3-118. So looking at an X and Y table, input output table, kind of determining what is the pattern, and from there then determining the rule, right? So we want to know what's the pattern and then what's the rule. So looking at the pattern, we can describe that pattern in words and then complete the table based on that pattern. And then that rule, remember, that rule is going to be a y equals an output equals something going on with the x, right? So if I look, one of the nice things I want to start right off of the bat is they give us an input of 0 and an output of 5, right? An input of 0 and an output of 5. That tells me that for sure this pattern is going to have something to do with adding 5. So I'm going to put the little note here. So I'm going to add 5 at some point, right? I know I'm adding 5 in my pattern. I know, because that's if I whatever I do to it, I'm going to add 5. So then let's go to another situation. So if I have 1 and 3, if I'm adding 5, if I'm going to say 1 plus 5, well, 1 plus 5 is not 3. So somehow I've got to get that to be less than um, 0 in order to get myself up to 5, right? Up to 3 when I add 5. Okay, so if I even look here, let's look at one that is a negative value. If I take that number and I add 5 to it, I get a positive 17. Well, if I'm going to take a number that's negative, add 5 to it, and get all the way up to positive 17, right? If I multiply that number by, say, a positive number, it would just get to be a greater negative, if I can say it that way. It'll be further less than 0, and then adding 5 will get me further away. So this tells me I'm going to have to probably multiply by some negative. So it's going to be multiply by, and then I don't know what is that negative. Okay, some negative I'm going to have to multiply by. So multiply by a negative what, then add 5. So let's play around with it. If I multiply by negative 1, so if I say, and I'll do the little notes here, negative 1 times 1 plus 5, does that give me 3? So negative 1 plus 1, or negative 1 times 1 is negative 1, plus 5 is 4. So it doesn't give me the 3 that I want. So what if I said negative 2? So this is kind of the process I would go. Negative 2 times 1 plus 5, does that give me 3? Yeah, that's negative 2 plus 5, which is 3. So that seems to work for here, right? That seems to work for here. So will that work for, say, one of the other ones? We were talking about negative 6. Let's try that. So negative 6. So if I try that one where I have negative 6, negative 2 times negative 6, right? Negative 2 times negative 6 plus 5, is that going to give me 17? So negative 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. Oh, I'm sorry, positive 12. Negative times a negative is positive. Positive 12 plus 5, sure enough, equals 17. So that works. So it looks like if I multiply by negative 2, I'm just writing my notes here, then add 5, that's my pattern. Multiply by negative 2, then add 5. What does that look like as a rule? Well, the rule, remember, is always a y equals, you're doing something to the x. What are we doing? We're multiplying the x times negative 2, and then we're adding 5. So that would be the rule that I have. So now I can just complete my pattern. If I look to see, I'm going to go negative 2 times negative 10 is positive 20, plus 5 would be 25. So I can fill in my table now. Negative 2 times, we'll do the math here, negative 2 times 5, right, plus 5, what is that? So negative 2 times 5 plus 5, that's negative 10 plus 5, which is negative 5. So negative 5 goes into here. Okay, I've got this one here. So that one, there's an 8. So negative 2 times 8 plus 5. What does that give me? Negative 2 times 8 is negative 16. Plus 5 would make that negative 11. So negative 11 goes into there. See how that's done? And then negative 2 times negative 1 is what I'm going to do for this one, plus 5. So that negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2, plus 5 is 7. So that's what goes in there. And the last one, 6. negative 2 times 6 plus 5. Negative 2 times a positive 6 is negative 12 plus 5. I end up with a negative 7. And that's what goes in there. Okay, so I completed the rule, put the pattern in words, and completed the table, put the pattern in words, and then found the rule that applies, the actual y equals rule. There you go.